Time project. We were trying to find out a way. We were going to try to rank the top 10 basketball players in history. So let's get started. Okay. Number 10, Oscar Robertson. He averaged 25.7 points per game. Rebounds per game, he averaged 7.5. Assists per game was 9.5. And his most impressive stat, in my opinion, was that he was on the All NBA team 11 out of 14 years of his career. His era was okay. He played with one of the great players in his era, Kareem, so he kind of had an advantage with his team. That kind of helped. That's why I put him at 10. He had really impressive stats, but that's kind of why. There's a couple other people in his history that were good, but not really. He was on the Bucks, and he was really good. Larry Bird is number 9. Points per game was 24.3. That's pretty good. Rebounds per game was 10 rebounds per game. Assists per game were 6.3. And his most impressive stat to me was he averaged a double-double in his career. 10 rebounds, 24.3 rebounds. So, I think Charles kind of wanted him to be at 9, but I wanted him to be higher. He was really good. In my opinion, he was in the top 6 or top 5 or something. But, I think he was good. His era was amazing. Like, he had Jordan. He had, who else did he have? He had Karl Malone. All of his people who played in his era were good, but so he kind of got overshadowed. Number 8 was Bill Russell. He played on the Celtics as well as Bird. He averaged 15 points per game, 15.1 points per game, 22.5 rebounds per game, and 4.3 assists per game. Every year he was in the playoffs. That's pretty impressive stat. He also won 11 NBA titles. That leads the NBA history for most titles won. He only lost 2. So yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know how many seasons he played. He might have played 13. He probably did play at least 13. He at least played 13 seasons. 22.5 rebounds. That's like amazing. Most centers only average like 8 through 10 or 7 through 10 even. His era was okay. It wasn't the best era. It was like same as a little earlier than Oscar Robertson's era. So as you can see in that picture, Wilt Chamberlain's standing to the left of him, and he was probably his biggest contender in his era. But he was still really good. Number 7, we have... Wait, hold on. Number 7, we have Karl Malone. Karl Malone was Michael Jordan's biggest rival besides Larry Bird, if not his biggest rival. He was a center, though. He was no shooting guard. He had 25.0 points per game, 3.6 assists per game, and 10.1 rebounds per game. His most important or impressive stat for me was that he had 14,963 rebounds in his career. That is really good. He's like in 3rd place, I think, maybe something like that. His era again was amazing. Like it had Jordan, it had some of Bird. Played his 2000s a little bit. He had he played on Dwight Howard's team. He played on Steve Nash's team, I'm pretty sure. So his era was really good. But he played Jordan in the finals at least 2 times, I think. So, yeah. At number 6, we have Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 30.1 points per game. Rebounds per game, he averaged 22.9, and assists per game, 4.4. His most impressive stat for me was he once scored 100 points in the game. That's an NBA record. The closest anyone has come is 81. That was Kobe Bryant. His era was pretty good, same as Bill Russell. He was Bill Russell's Bill Russell's era and his biggest contender. So once again. Number 5 is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was he was top 5 of all time. I agree with that. Some people put him at 9 though. I don't really think so. I think like points per game 25. Well, first of all, I'll tell you that. Points per game he averaged 25 in his career. Rebounds per game 5.2. Assists per game 4.7. His most impressive stat was that he scored 81 points in a game. I already told you guys that, but yeah, that was still pretty impressive. And he averaged 25 points in his career. That's also good. His era was not as good as like the Jordan era and stuff. He played in the I think he started his career in the 1997, and then he played till 2016. So yeah, did 20. Oh no, he started in 1996. So he had a really long career. He played somewhat when Jordan played. And he played when LeBron played. That was one big rival. He was on Shaq's team. He was on the Lakers his whole career, and the Lakers were good up until like 2010, maybe 2009. He played with good people. His team was good. That may be why his stats were so good. But still, I think that for a shooting guard, that he had amazing stats, and that's why we put him at number 5. At number 4, we have LeBron James. He's a current player. He started playing in 2003. He's still a current player. He's still playing. Points per game, he averaged 27.1. Rebounds per game, 7.2. Assists per game, 7.0. And his most impressive stat was he was a 4-time MVP in 14 seasons and counting. That's pretty good. He is the only person that's still playing in the NBA right now, so that's telling that, first of all, it's not a good era, but second of all, that, he's just dominating. And next player. Oh, and he played for the Heat and the Cavaliers. When he played for the Heat, he played with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, who were really good. And so this is how his career went. Cavaliers, Heat, and he's back to the Cavaliers right now, and he's still playing for them. And at the start of his career, when he was with the Cavaliers, he had really no one to help him. But Shaq played with him for about 1 or 2 years. Didn't really help though because he was old and yeah. And when he was with the Heat, he played with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and they won 2 titles together. 2 titles. And then when he on the Cavaliers right now, he's Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, both of those people are really good. Kyrie, good ball handler, shooter, which helps LeBron because LeBron isn't a great shooter from the outside. Same with Love, he's a great outside shooter and rebounder. So yeah. And LeBron's also a great 2-way player. That means he can play defense and offense. Next is Magic Johnson at number 3. Magic Johnson averaged 19.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game, assists per game 11.2. Magic Johnson's most impressive stat to me was he averaged only 3.8 turnovers per game, even though he had 11.2 assists per game. So I think this is a good place for Magic. He played in the Jordan era once again. His passes were so amazing, and he could score. He could get hot too in scoring. He played for the Lakers, I think his whole career, and he was really good. And Magic Johnson also had a very good team. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played with Magic Johnson for a little bit. He played in part of the Jordan era, part of the Wilt and Bill Russell era. He averaged 24.6 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, 3.6 assists per game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's most impressive stat for me was he averaged a double-double in his career. And for a center, 3.6 assists per game is pretty good. He played in a good era in the end of his career, and he wasn't great in the end of the career, but he was still one of the best players. Besides, he put him at 2 because he could literally score on anyone using his skyhook. He had a great team, though. He got the ball a lot. But he could score anytime he wanted to, basically. So, yeah. And number 1 is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has averaged 30.1 points per game. That is so good. He averaged 6.2 rebounds per game for a shooting guard. That's, amazing. Assists per game, 5.3. That's okay. It's pretty good, though. And Michael Jordan's most impressive stat was he was an All-Star 14 out of the 15 seasons he played. He won, I forget how many, I think he won 6 titles. He won 3 in a row, then took a break to play baseball, which he was not good at, and then he came back to basketball, and he won 3 more titles. This guy is really good. There's no doubt he's at number 1. 30.1 points per game, that's amazing. And he also led his team to the playoffs a lot, and he was the top of his era, like when you said the Jordan era, this is what it was. And also, Michael Jordan had a good team. He had Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, who rebounded, and he had good point guards throughout his career. So that's it for the top 10, but now we've got honorable mentions, I think. So we put on our honorable mentions Hakeem Olajuwon. He was a center, played in the Jordan era. He's the guy in the number 34 in the Rockets jersey. Right at the top picture. John Stockton played for the Jazz with Karl Malone. He's the all-time leader in assists, and he could score too. He could get hot. He was the second best player on the Jazz besides Karl. And Karl Malone was good. Tim Duncan, we do not have a picture of. Sorry. He was, his career ended in 2016, same as Kobe Bryant. He started in 1998, I think, something like that. He played with Nate Robinson. He played with good teams. But yeah, I think he was really good, and most lists have him at top 10. We did not put him at top 10, but he was our 11th, if not. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas, the Detroit Pistons guy, not the tiny guy on the Celtics. It's not that guy. This guy was really fast. He could score anyway. So there's this game, and this one game, he sprained his ankle in the middle of the game, and then he came back and exploded to win the game. And in the last, I forgot Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson played in the 2000s. He's really fast, along with Isaiah Thomas. He could score. He was the best in his team. He made it to the All-Stars a lot. Never won a ring because his teams were bad. But he was the best on the team. He could score anywhere he wanted to. He was just super good also. And last but not least, Steve Nash. Steve Nash, he was a good three-point shooter. He was a good three-point shooter. He was a good he was a good passer. He was okay rebounder. He could get to the rim also. He was really good too. Yeah, he was pretty close also. Okay, so that's it for the top 10 and honorable mentions. I hope you liked this video. This is our Passion Time, me and Charles's Passion Time project, and